So we finally have more information on the Diablo 4 Season 1. I have a video covering that if you guys want to know more about the individual season part itself, link in the top right hand corner. But in this video, I want to go over the basics of what a season actually is and sort of like how it works for the absolute beginners. A lot of this information you may already know, but this is targeted towards the beginners of the ARPG genre, people that have never played a seasoned game before or just never Diablo game before as well. I have tried my best to learn everything that I can about the seasons and how they work, and I've played a few seasons from Diablo 3, so I will try my best to explain it. I might get some of the things wrong, but hopefully the comments down below can help me get all my stuff correct. So the first big question that I get asked a lot when it comes to the seasons, especially yesterday when we watched the developer live stream on Twitch, is do I have to make a new character for the seasons or do my original characters transfer over? And the answer is your characters do not transfer over. You have to make a new character for the new season, because what ends up happening is you can see my character here. This is my Necromancer. He is on the Eternal Realm. The Eternal Realm over here is what they call the main server. So when you make a character, it's going to be on the Eternal Realm unless you specify it to be a seasonal character, and then it will say Seasonal Realm over here. At the end of the season, which is about 3 months or so, at the end of that 3-month season time span, your main season characters will all transfer all of their materials, all of their whatevers, all of the items that they have obtained to the Eternal Realm so you can play them forever. So to answer the big question, yes, you have to make a new character for all of the seasons going forward. There's not even going to be transferring between seasons. So if you make one season character in Season 1, but then Season 2 comes out, you will have to make a new character for Season 2. And the reasoning for this is the big question that I get. The reasoning for it is because they have a lot of new mechanics in the seasons that they want to try out. They have a lot of gameplay mechanics that are big game-changing mechanics that they don't want to mess with the normal game with, and they don't want to mess with the original coding for all the characters. They just want to make a new seasonal section, new seasonal servers that you make a new character on for those, and you can experience the new gameplay mechanics over there. So they can keep the regular base game the way it was, the way it's working, the way it was intended, but they can maybe add some cool new mechanics and maybe mess with some builds and make the Necro or the Barbarian super crazy OP, or give us some cool new mechanics or seasonal quest lines that we can actually experience on the seasonal servers. And then once the season ends, like with this season, we have the Season of the Malignant, so we'll have those hearts, those caged hearts on our armor. Once the season ends, those hearts will actually be disabled and possibly removed from the game once your character transfers over from the Season Realm to the Eternal Realm as well. So they're trying to separate seasons from the Eternal Realm to keep the entire thing separate so they can really just have fun and be like a giant sandbox with the Season Realm. So you might also be asking, well, if I make a new character for the seasons, what actually transfers over? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. So when you're making a new character, you're likely going to have another checkbox down here. Instead of hardcore, skip campaign, you're also going to probably see a seasonal box when you make a new character. You're going to want to click on that box to make it a seasonal character instead of a hardcore character or an eternal character. So when you're on your brand new character, if you look at the map over here, you can actually see that the entire map is covered except for the main cities in each section. So you have Khad Bardu, you have Karagar, you have Kyovashad, all that stuff like that. You have all the main cities unlocked. So when you make a new character on the seasons, the only difference between making a new character for the Eternal Realm and making a new seasonal character is you'll have the main cities and there won't be any fog of war. So all of the areas that you've possibly discovered in the game will be unlocked for your seasonal character as well. So that's one way to really prep yourself for the new season, is to go through, discover every location that you can so that way your map on the new seasonal characters is fully discovered and fully ready to be explored. The other things that transfer over, that's one of the biggest things, is your map and your campaign progress transfer over to seasonal characters as well. So if you've already beaten the campaign on your main characters, your seasonal character can skip the campaign and getting right into the seasonal stuff. But the other big buff is that your areas discovered, like I said, will transfer over, but also your altars of Lilith will transfer over. So you will have to do all the side dungeons, waypoints, strongholds, and side quests all over again, but you will actually see the waypoints on the maps. So the waypoints will be there, they'll just be kind of grayed out like some of these dungeons are, because I haven't actually been over there, so you'll have to kind of walk to the new waypoints, but you'll actually see where they are. It'll be super easy. And the altars of Lilith, all of those buffs actually count for you. So you can see on my new character over here, I already have a ton of strength, intelligence, willpower, and dexterity for a level 1 character, because all of my altars of Lilith, all of those stat bonuses I'm getting, count as well. So let's say this was my seasonal character, and what transfers from your seasonal characters to your main characters or vice versa? Basically, nothing transfers to your seasonal characters. Your gold does not, your red dust does not, your obols do not. None of your crafting materials or currencies do. None of these will actually transfer over with you. And even your stash, I think, will be inaccessible as well, or will be empty for the seasonal realm, and you'll have a seasonal chest in there as well that you can actually kind of open up and use instead of your regular chest. So you won't have access to your stash, you won't have access to any of your gold or materials or anything like that at all. But the things that will transfer over between your eternal characters and your seasonal ones is like your map progress, your Lilith altars, and things like that. And the things that will transfer between your seasonal characters back to the eternal realm is all of the gold and all of the, basically everything you do in the seasons on that new seasonal character will transfer to the eternal realm. They will just turn the character from seasonal to eternal, but then all of the extra mechanics that you've unlocked, like in this new season we have those malignant hearts. If I were to have a bunch of like necklaces and rings with a bunch of malignant hearts in there, those malignant hearts would actually be gone, because that seasonal mechanic would only be in the seasonal realms. Once that season ends, those items are either going to be missing the malignant hearts or just be deleted altogether. I don't quite know how that's going to work right yet, but as far as I know, those seasonal mechanics will not be there once your characters go from a seasonal realm to the eternal realm. So one of the last things that actually transfers over to your seasonal characters that they just confirmed yesterday in the live stream is that your Renown perks, like the skill points, the potion capacity, and all that stuff, those will transfer over. So essentially when you make a new seasonal character, you will have even more potion capacity, even more skill points, max obols, and things like that. Your Renown progress for each zone carries over, so you really want to go through each zone and do all of your Renown like I'm working on here. You want to unlock all of those so that way all of your future characters can benefit from those as well. So all in all, the season will last about 3 months. You will have to make a new character. Very few things transfer over to seasonal characters, but the things that do is your map discovery, the Lilith altars, and the Renown progress for the actual bonuses here, the rewards that you get. And when the season actually ends, the things that transfer over is basically everything your new seasonal character has acquired. So any new gold that you may find, all the items that you may find, those will transfer over. The only things that won't transfer over are any seasonal mechanics, like this new one upcoming has those malignant hearts. Those probably won't transfer over. But that being said, they're actually adding 6 new unique items and 7 new legendary aspects into the game when Season 1 drops. Those are going to be available for the Eternal Realm and the Seasonal Realm, and if you acquire them on a seasonal character, those will be transferred with you whenever the season ends. So those don't get lost because they're eternal and they're seasonal as well. So hopefully this helped you guys. If it did, leave a like on the video, comment down below what class you're going to play in the new seasons, and subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye!